13 years ago, I came to Japan, and I was vegetarian at the time. So I went to a curry restaurant, which, for me, as an American, think, great, curry restaurant means perfect chance for good veggie food. And I told the chef, please don't give me any meat, I don't eat that. He says, no problem, no problem. And gives me something that looks very good, carrots, potatoes. But when I take a bite, I got all this chewy stuff that I'm not used to eating. And I say to him, I think there's meat in the sauce. But he says to me, oh, don't worry about it. No, that's just ground beef, so it doesn't really count. And so then I started to see maybe there's not really so much of the concept of vegetarianism in Japan. And I want to take this chance to explain why some people become vegetarians by choice. And I will draw on my own experience as well as those around me and things I've read, but I won't talk about religious reasons for doing so. And to me, there's two main reasons, and that is personal health benefits and also the desire to reduce your environmental impact. Well, vegetarians in general have some health benefits compared to meat eaters. And there's evidence that vegetarians have lower body mass index, or BMI. And basically, any cholesterol-related disease is not something vegetarians need to worry about. So that means cardiovascular disease is not a big concern. Colon cancer for men is highly reduced, and there's evidence that suggests other cancers are reduced as well, perhaps because not eating meat generally leads to one eating more fruits, vegetables, and nuts, which are also associated with cancer-fighting properties. And there's also good evidence of reducing type 2 diabetes. Diabetes, that disease where blood sugar regulation is difficult for the body, and people have to constantly monitor their insulin levels. So type 2 diabetes is not very prevalent in vegetarians. Although it must be said that there are plenty of bad vegetarians who eat cheese pizza and cheesy pasta every day. But in general, the vegetarian diet can avoid many of these chronic problems. But another major reason, besides just personal feeling, is the desire to help the environment and reduce the environmental footprint that we have in our daily life choices. So what I mean is, choosing plant-based foods over meat-based foods is usually an easy way to lower the amount of water and energy that is used to get the food to your plate. So think about it this way. In many countries, like the US and high-income countries, more than half of the grains that are grown by farmers are made for cattle and other livestock, which is not maybe the most efficient way to deliver food by transport and water and so on. So by some estimates, it can take more than 100 times as much water and energy to produce 1 kilogram of beef than 1 kilogram of wheat. Another issue is environmental destruction, particularly of sensitive and important areas like the rainforest. Brazil is one of the world's leading cattle producers and exporters. And it's a crowded country. So rainforest of the Amazon is being depleted, is being cut down to make more space for livestock. Maybe not grazing, but actually raising soy or corn or other grains that are going to be given to livestock. Now, I should also say that if a vegan or vegetarian is eating bacon, like fake bacon, bacon, or tofu turkey. Eating these kind of meat imitation products is probably not helping to reduce environmental footprint, because they also take quite a bit of energy and materials to produce that kind of thing. But anyway, it's a generalization, but vegetarians have a perception that a non-meat diet is better for their personal health, and it's also better for the health of the environment. And I've noticed in Japan that times are changing. There's more and more of these alternative products on the shelves at the grocery stores, and there's more sort of veggie options on the menu. So I wonder if this is part of a larger worldwide trend. I don't know. Maybe I'll talk to you again in 13 years and have something new to say.